Today I want to present to you the three most important Elvish holidays from the Legendarium. Now they're the most important because they were actually named by Mr. Tolkien himself. They were given a name. Now when I'm posting this, it's going to be Christmas soon. It's the holiday season. And actually the third one on the list could be considered like Elvish Christmas. So let's begin with the first one, which is called Nostnalothion, and occurs sometime between spring and summer. We don't have like perfectly exact dates, and also all of this is based on the Elvish calendar, which later on was most commonly referred to as the calendar of Imladris. Now this Nostnalothion could be considered the festival of flowers, basically, because it occurs, when flowers start to bloom. Now from one of the books of Lost Tales, we get this description of it. Yet in its time a spring of wondrous glory melted the skirts of those white mantles, and the valley drank the waters and burst into flowers. So came and passed with revelry of children the festival of Nostnalothion, or the birth of flowers. So that's the first one, appearing first in the calendar year. And I think it's very beautiful, celebrating the birth of flowers, which also represent a new life. The second one is called Tarnin Austa, and it most probably occurs exactly at the summer solstice. So it comes second out of these three within the calendar year. So this is what we get as its description, again from one of the books of Lost Tales. And now at great length is that great fest of Tarnin Austa, or the gates of summer, near at hand. For know that on that night it was their custom to begin a solemn ceremony at midnight, continuing it even until the dawn of Tarnin Austa broke, and no voice was uttered in the city from midnight until the break of day, but the dawn they hailed with ancient songs. So again, a nice way to celebrate the beginning of summer with a long night, probably around, a campfire, maybe something like that, and then singing songs at the break of dawn. Now the third named Elvish holiday within the Legendarium appears, or happens, during the winter time. It's called Turuhalme, and this is its description. That was the day of Turuhalme, or the log drawing. 'Twill be a fitting day, saith Lindo, for the sports of the morning in the snow, and the gathering of the logs from the woods, and the songs and drinking of Turuhalme will leave us of right mood to listen to old tales beside this fire. Never was the tale fire allowed to go out or die into grey ash, but on the eve of Turuhalme it sank always to a smaller blaze, until Turuhalme itself, when great logs were brought into the room of the tale fire, and being blessed by Lindo with ancient magic, roared and flared anew upon the hearth. So this one is a little bit more complicated, but also a beautiful Elvish tradition, right? And again, we don't have an exact time frame of when it's happening, but since solstice has been described as, a very important time for the elves, our best guess is that this holiday was also celebrated, on the solstice, but this time the winter one. And so basically this would coincide perfectly with our Christmas. And so this winter tradition could be the representation of our Christmas. So this holiday season I wish you also some ancient magic, and also some great songs, and an everlasting fire, at least metaphorically. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Now this is basically the last, at least long form video of the Elvish month, where, throughout the past few weeks, we've basically covered all sorts of things related to learning Elvish and the Elvish way of living. Thank you very much for being with me. Now right before Christmas, you can check out what I've prepared for you in the description one last time for the Elvish month. Navaer or Namarie.